What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is my review for The Last of Us Season 1, which is on HBO. It's 9 episodes long, and it was announced that there will be a Season 2. We don't know if there's going to be multiple seasons. I personally, just saying this right now, in case you guys care about this, but I personally have not played the video games, either part 1 or 2. I'm not really a gamer, but that being said, a lot of my friends are gamers, and so I am aware of The Last of Us video game and how it's apparently one of the best video games ever. So that combined with it's a TV show, combined with the fact that this was from the creators of Chernobyl, which is one of my favorite things on TV. Holy cow, I've seen this show several times. I think it's one of the best things out there, like just in terms of any media. And it looks incredible on 4K. So if you haven't seen this show, I would highly urge you to check it out. It is on HBO, but if you want the best quality, buy it on 4K. It's only like 5 episodes long, but it's great. So I was very excited for the show for that alone. I trusted these creators because I'm like, Chernobyl was so incredible. But the other thing is that I think that despite not playing video games, I do know that in terms of video games, it's many, many hours where, you're playing as these characters and everything. So there's so much time versus trying to scrunch all that into 2 hours. It's just something that I just think is very, very near impossible. So to see and witness something like this that unfolds in 9 hours, I feel like a TV show is definitely something in terms of like the way to go. So I was glad that they did that. And I thought that overall this show was good. That being said, again, I didn't play the video game, so if you're looking for like an expert in terms of like, oh, like how similar the two were, or oh, like, it's not as good as the video game, who cares? Truthfully, it's two different mediums. But I'm saying, talking about this one season of TV, thought it was good. The premise is simple. It's about how after a global pandemic destroys most of civilization, there's a character named Joel, played by Pedro Pascal, who is charged with the task of getting a 14-year-old from point A to B because she is apparently the last hope for mankind. So this is definitely something that is post-apocalyptic, it's zombies, and it's also drama. Reminds me a lot, in terms of watching it, like episode 1, I was like, this reminds me a lot of Children of Men, which is one of my favorite films. I absolutely love that film. If you haven't seen that film, would highly recommend you check it out. Masterpiece of a film, near masterpiece of a film, I should say. But this show reminded me a lot of that. And Children of Men came out in 2006, so 7 years before The Last of Us video game. So I don't know if Children of Men possibly inspired The Last of Us video game. I don't know that, but all I'm saying is that I couldn't help but be reminded of that in a good way. And I will say that this show is good. I thought that it's very well acted. Bella Ramsey, who plays, of course, Ellie, I thought she did a great job. Pedro Pascal, who plays Joel. The two of them have really good chemistry, and you definitely feel like they have this like kinship. By the end, you definitely understand where they're both coming from, and the bond that they have is just really fascinating. I also thought that the dialogue was pretty good. Apparently, a lot of it was lifted from the video game. Again, what do I know? But it was pretty good. I also liked how there were a lot of creepy scenes, but at the same time, this was mostly the drama between these characters, like getting to know them, getting to understand their backstory, their viewpoints on things. Just really fascinating stuff, and also just getting a general sense of this world. The cinematography did a great job of really making this world feel like expansive instead of just kind of small. And honestly, I thought it was also very fascinating the usage of like both shaky camera as well as just the smooth camera movement. I thought that it really was interesting choices that they used. The score I also liked. Apparently, it was lifted from the video game a lot of times. Again, what do I know? But I thought that was a really good score. Liked a lot the visual effects. I thought the visual effects are really strong in this show. And I can only imagine what it's going to look like in terms of 4K. I know they have 4K streaming, but 4K physical media, I'm sure it's going to look even better. It's a very strong presentation. And I mean, my thing is this. I'm looking at this from someone that experiences a lot of terrible video game movies. So I can only imagine the people that are watching this as Last of Us fans, because this is something that I feel like is bringing everyone together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm someone that I want video game movies and TV shows. I want them to thrive. But the reality is a lot of times they don't, because they just aren't that engaging. But The Last of Us, this show definitely felt engaging. I wasn't in love with the show. Like, I do think that the pacing at times did kind of lull. And there were a bit just a bit. Times where I did feel like it was a bit repetitive. And I also think that the way that this ended, I liked, but I just wasn't 100% like in love with it. Like I know a lot of people that say, "Oh, well, they didn't need to make a part two," and like part one, it's its own story and it feels complete. But I can't lie. Watching this is just like a one season, like a one off, if that was the case, which it's not, but if it was, I would have said I wasn't 100% in love with the ending. I thought that it was good. Again, I'm saying that I thought that it was good, but I didn't love it the way that a lot of people seem to like it. And apparently it's very similar to the video game. Again, what do I know? But I'm saying that it was good, just didn't love that. But still, I really liked the show. I thought that it was quite engaging. It was something that I was looking forward to each week watching. Very curious to hear about and see, honestly, season two. I don't know anything about part two. As of the filming this video, I don't know anything about the part two of the video game. I don't. So, and I was originally I was gonna ask some of my friends about part two, but now I'm not. I'm just gonna go into it as blind as possible. Hopefully, I can avoid spoilers because I mean, on Twitter, it's very easy to come across spoilers. Yet I was somehow able to manage 10 years of no spoilers of the video game. But anyways, The Last of Us Season 1, I thought it was good. Would definitely recommend you check it out. And I personally will be giving it a... But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on The Last of Us Season 1. Let me know your thoughts in terms of the show. Did you like it? Did you not? And what are some of your favorite episodes? I know there was some backlash for, what was it, Episode 3 and Episode 7. Yeah, uncalled for, really was. Because for me, I'm not going to lie, Episode 3 and Episode 8 were my favorites. I haven't decided which one was my favorite. Part of me is leaning towards episode 8, but episode 3 I did think was like, holy cow, this is great. Like I loved it, man. I really loved that. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' favorite episode down below, and as well as just your thoughts in general. And if you have played the video games, let me know. Like how close did it follow? Again, I'm just going based off of what I hear. But I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And as always, with the subscription, notification bell, follow me down Letterboxd, and I will catch you guys later.